Sorry, I was just having fun with long tones. Have you actually ever heard someone say that? I'm having fun with long tones? I certainly haven't, and I want to talk to you about something I do that gives me a partial benefit of the long tones, but is far more enjoyable in my daily routine. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, it's Trent Austin from Austin Custom Brass. I hope you're having a fantabulous, superb, splendid, stunningly good day. Just a heads up from the shop, we are still closed for appointments, but we are operating mail order. If you ever need anything, just reach out to us. While you're reaching out, hit that subscribe button wherever it might be. I'm all confused now on to stay up to date with us. So I had a workshop this morning online with a Facebook group, a fantastic group called Positive Trumpeters Worldwide, which I suggest that you subscribe to. It's a great, warm, and inviting forum, which is a welcome change over some of the forums I've been on in the past few years. But someone asked me a question: do you do long tones? And my answer to them was no, and that kind of shocked them a little bit. I think they were like, dude, what? And let me tell you about what I do instead of long tones. I'm all about a moving flow study, and I think first person that hit me to this was Edward Carroll, one of my dear friends and teachers who I learned so much from. If you think long tones are things like stamp and Chickwitz, that's not really where I'm going. I'm talking about static long tones that last between, let's say, 10 seconds and a minute. You know, there's that famous Cat Anderson method where he does the 20-minute G. I tried that one day and I couldn't play the next few days. So, you know, a lot of trumpet practice is about trying to find what works for you. And while I think I probably would benefit from doing long tones, like the Adam routine, and I tried it one summer, it's just not where I want to be as a player. And I'll tell you why. When I did those, I felt like it made my chops extremely rigid and very rough. Now, perhaps I was doing them incorrectly. No doubt I probably was, and I probably still do them incorrectly. But my bigger point is the following, is the fact that, you know, you have to adapt to what works for you. And for me, a static long tone caused tension, while I do a moving long tone. The difference is this: something where I play for an extended period of time, you know, all in one phrase, and I sometimes circular breathe, like I'm going to show you an example from a violin book that I practiced in just a bit, but it's all about the action. Thinking about my air as being like a bow on the violin, continuously moving, but very smooth. So let me demonstrate one of these, and I improvise a lot of this, some of my things I do. Let me turn down this mic. That's just in me improvising. And the whole point of that, and I circularly breathe during that, is to feel a smooth feeling of flow through the instrument, which I personally cannot feel when I play a static long tone. It's just the nature of who I am, and maybe my brain is a little too active. Now, you can use those in Clarke studies, like you could do like Clarke 2 for And even in Clarke 2 or Clarke 1, I know he says 8 to 16 times in one breath with repeats. You could do Clarke 2 multiple times. I did a little bit of a Vizzutti study and then just some flows, and then I jumped around to see how it felt in the upper register. I'm pretty organic when it comes to this, and I think that's important for me because it gives me a feeling of pliability and definitely like when I take my dogs on a walk, right? I take my dogs on a walk. When I say, hey, we're going for a walk, the first thing they do is take this beautifully relaxed long stretch. That's what this is for me. It's a very, just a welcoming hug. And you could apply this to practical music. Now, the piece of music I'm going to show you is not necessarily that practical. It's from the Kreutzer Violin Studies book, and I'm going to pop it in front of my face. That's probably a good thing right now. So this exercise, you can also practice this just like I was talking about. I'm keeping the horn on my face. I'm circular breathing when I need to. I'm not necessarily doing the bowings, we'll say, you know, the 2-bar phrases or 1-bar phrases. I might just slur everything. So here we go. I'm not going to play this that cleanly. I just started working on this. And it starts getting crazier and crazier. And so on and so forth. Like I said, I just started working on that maybe a week or two ago. But the idea is the same thing as my previous example, except for now I'm taking a musical part of it. And the second page of that, I didn't share it, but the second page gets crazy, and it's all above the staff, and it ends on a high F after playing 2 full pages. So great example of what maybe we think of gaining that endurance and that strength from a long tone. But in this way, for me, it's a much more practical thing. Another thing I can do, and I talked about this in the workshop today, this morning, is sometimes I just improvise. I turn on iRealBook for like 2 minutes, and I just improvise, continuously playing while circular breathing. So an example of that is something like if I'm playing on Donna Lee. Hold on, let me turn up my volume. This is not a musical thing, but in my opinion, it feels a lot more musical than going. So that serves the purpose for my performing and practicing like a static long tone. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Post them in the comments below. We'll love to hear back from you. If you have a suggestion for a future mini lesson, please post them. So, as always, thank you for your great support of the shop. We love you madly. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much, especially in this time, for supporting us. It really helps. Have an awesome day. Take care. And keep on tootin'.